B, and this is B's Intuition. Today we're going to do a quickie, and it's going to be about who is in their emotions for you, the collective, okay? So who's in their feelings over the collective right now? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. Who's in their feelings? Who's feeling those emotions when it comes to the collective? Please and thank you. Emotions for the collective. Somebody that's in their feelings. Feelings for the collective. Who's in their feelings for the collective? Please thank you, Spirit. Who is in their feelings for the collective? Okay. They are not coming out super easily. We have one that came out. Any other cards? Please thank you, Spirit. Maybe if there's just one person in particular? Can you tell me any more about this person? Please thank you, Spirit. How would the collective know this person? Please thank you, Spirit. Any hints, clues, context? Anything else? Huh. Please and thank you, Spirit. It's like there's some that keep wanting to come out. This could be somebody that like is on the verge of telling you something, but like they keep holding themselves back. Interesting. And maybe just one more. Perfect. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords, the Chariot, and the Ten of Swords. Then the bottom of the deck is the World card. Let's just dive into clarifications before I make any assumptions. Okay, starting with that Six of Swords. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that for us as to who is in their feelings over the collective right now? Please and thank you, Spirit. And right now is just whenever you see this. Not a specific time frame. Okay. Ooh, interesting. So clarifying that Six of Swords, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Devil, the Chariot, double confirmation for Chariot, Two of Pentacles. So this Six of Swords is indicating some sort of tumultuous past, but they want to move towards calmer waters. So whether that tumultuous past was with you or maybe just in general in their life, they want to move into calmer waters and probably go towards the things that actually have potential for growth rather than the things that keep them stuck. And it does feel like this person did have a time in which they were feeling very stuck with the Five of Pentacles and the Devil. That screams to me of like insecurities, and insecurities about maybe addiction or insecurities around maybe certain toxic traits or unhealthy mindsets, unhealthy lifestyles. Could have been any of those things. But there was like this shadow part to themselves that they felt really ashamed of for a long period of time. But with the Chariot card following that, it feels like they're moving out of that time. Maybe rather quickly. They could be on a healing journey, but maybe their healing journey is like speeding up during this time. Because maybe they got rid of this devil in their life, whether that be themselves or maybe it was somebody they were attached to. Just a really negative, like a negative, I can't think of the word I'm trying to find, but negative thing in their life. Contributor, maybe, a factor. But that Chariot card is telling me, yeah, because this seems like darkness and unclarity, like lacking clarity, and then the Chariot to me is speaking of clarity. Also, as to what the Chariot is trying to go towards with the Two of Pentacles, it seems like balance, stability. So this person is making some good like improvements in their own life. Could definitely be in relation to you. But as this is who's in their feelings about you. So honestly, I'm getting maybe you two have had a conversation before or have maybe worked together in some degree. There could be something relating to the home, but not necessarily. But yeah. The feelings that they have been feeling for you, though, are not feeling good enough. That's probably the best way to sum it up, is they have not been feeling very on your level. They probably look up to you and they see themselves as somebody that, honestly, they could see themselves as a monster of sorts. And obviously those thoughts and stuff, you know, you can trace them all the way back to the beginning of somebody's life, their childhood, those foundational moments in their life and their journey of life that caused them to think that about themselves. It could definitely be that this person was unwilling to look at their shadow self. They were unwilling to, you know, face these inner demons for a long time, and now they finally have been doing that work. And I feel like they're getting really good progress in that self-improvement. And it could be that it's the healing process or whatever this thing is in terms of their self-improvement. It's happening faster than maybe they thought it would. Yeah, so they were really in their feelings about how you wouldn't want them. Maybe they felt like you wouldn't want them because of a conversation that the two of you had, or it could just be this person's like doubts coming up, them maybe putting you on a pedestal, and so, you know, nobody can compare to that, right? When we elevate somebody else so high above ourselves, we can never catch up to that, right? And most of the time, if not all the time, we are filling in the blanks and putting that person on a pedestal and making them out to be a perfect person, which does not exist. We are all human, we all make mistakes, we all have our inner demons, shadow selves, we all have baggage, right? But I feel like they're starting to think much clearer now about this, and that's helping them move forward, maybe not just in their journey, but maybe towards you, to express their feelings towards you. I'm getting that this could be somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while, or you're not speaking like you used to. I'm getting that really strongly with the Six of Swords. They want to return to happier times between the two of you. Because like the way that these swords look, it looks like somebody just dropped them down and left them there. Like they were forgotten. They could feel like they're forgotten by you, that you don't remember them, that you don't remember the connection that you shared. Also, they think that it might have been one-sided, that they had the feelings and you didn't, maybe. Okay, very interesting. Oh, and then we had the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. That actually goes perfectly with what I was saying. It's like, this feels like somebody that's been working through this. And the Hermit would show that. This is somebody that's been doing that inner reflection, probably spending some time that was very necessary alone, so that they could work through some stuff, heal some stuff on their end. And now it's like they feel much more empowered because they did that. I want to see what's underneath that Hermit. The Four of Wands. This is somebody that sees long-term goals with you. They could literally want to get married to you at some point. Like they could see you as a soulmate. Long-term potential here. Obviously they don't want to get married immediately if you don't know this person very well, but you know, this is somebody that probably does see a future between the two of you, and that being a very positive, healthy future. Also, maybe twin flames could be significant. They could feel like they're your twin flame and vice versa. But it feels like they really do take you very seriously here. I could dig. Also, it was very interesting that as I was like shuffling and nothing was coming out, the Chariot card popped out after I said something along the lines of like, I can't remember. When I'm editing, I'll be able to remember. But it's like, I think it was something along the lines of like, is this person going to share those feelings with you or communicate those to you? Or something along the lines of like, is this person going to ever open up though? Or something like that. And the Chariot came out. So I think that this is somebody that's about to open up to you. And probably in a big way. This is a major arcana. This is going to change the dynamic between the two of you, very much so. But yeah, so it seems like that Chariot card is probably really significant. That's forward moving progress, and it's very like deliberate forward moving progress that's done in like a way that is, you know, they mean business. It means a lot to them, what they're moving towards now. Also could be destiny that they're moving towards, what they find to be their destiny. Let's clarify that Chariot card, please and thank you, Spirit. What do we have for that Chariot card, please and thank you? Who is this that's in their feelings? Oh, the collective, that Chariot. Okay. Okay, well, Chariot clarified by Two of Wands, plan making. They've been planning this probably for some time. Queen of Wands. So either they see you as this Queen of Wands, somebody that's very passionate, confident, self-assured, whether or not you see yourself as that. That's how they could be perceiving you. Or they want to embody that Queen of Wands energy that is emotional, you know, embracing maybe a little bit more of that emotion part, but also somebody that's also confident and can hold their own. There's a fierceness with the Queen of Wands, and I feel like they want to show up in the same sort of energy that you give off, you know? They want to match your vibration pretty much, and your energy. And then we have the Ten of Cups. This is happily ever after. And that was followed by the Ten of Wands. So 10-10 could definitely be significant, but this combination of the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands, and especially in the order that it came out like this, they have been, this person might actually be psychic, because they have been either picturing in their mind or they can actually foresee a future between the two of you in which you're incredibly happy and you have everything that you could possibly want together that emotionally fulfills you. Hell, there could even be a family involved. Not necessarily if that's not your thing, but it's a possibility here. At least in their mind, they're like, you know, I could see everything with this person. That's pretty much what I'm getting. But with the Ten of Wands, it's like they've been holding on to these feelings for probably a really long time. They've been building up for a really long time. That Ten of Wands is all about this, I need to get this weight off my back, you know, as soon as possible because my back is about to break under the pressure, right? So it's like, yeah, they've been holding on to these feelings forever and they're just like, I have been thinking about this forever. I've been feeling this forever. So I'm going to come clean. They've been planning to come towards you with this charismatic, fiery energy, passionate energy, and they're going to tell you that they're in love with you. And they have been for some time. Well, I guess I shouldn't say exactly that because obviously everybody's story is going to be different. It could just be, I've had feelings for you for quite some time. They may not touch quite on the extent because that probably would make them seem a little bit crazy if they don't know you super well, right? But if they have psychic abilities or strong intuition like you do, they may just be like, this is what I foresee, you know, is a loving relationship. But of course, there's always free will that plays a part in this. So they probably are like, I know that they are hoping that you share the same feelings, but they maybe don't know. But yeah, they've been holding on to this for some time and they're about to break under this pressure. Like if they don't share what they have to say with you and how deep their feelings go for you, I'm getting the phrase, they won't survive. That seems a little dramatic, but you know, maybe that's how they feel. You know, it's like, oh, if I don't tell the collective about my feelings, I'm going to explode. You know, they could be a little bit melodramatic. But it's kind of cute, though. It's charming. But yeah, so this person has made up their mind of coming towards you and expressing their feelings that are very, very deep feelings. And that actually goes perfectly with what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Cups. So, I mean, literally what I just said, they're coming towards you with a message of love. Long time overdue. They may say that. This is a long time overdue, but I have feelings for you, or something like that. Yeah. It literally feels like they need, there's like this need to like tell you. Maybe it's like a little secret that's been holding or weighing on them kind of heavily. Because like even if it's a good secret, like having feelings for someone, it may drive you crazy after a while if you're not sharing that with the other person. So, yeah. Let's see what's underneath that Knight of Cups. Ace of Wands. They want to bring this down to earth. They want to make this a reality. They probably have been, they also could be a very creative person, passionate as well. I feel like you're probably that as well. That's why I said that. Creative, passionate. But it's like they want to bring it down to earth. They've been dreaming about it long enough. They want to bring it down to earth. They want to do the actions that are necessary to bring this down to earth. To like actually have that tangible connection with you. It could have been in the cloud. It could have been in the 5D for a long time. You could have even felt something with this person. Or they're hoping you did. Because it's like, am I the only one that's feeling this right now? Like, yeah. They may think they're kind of crazy too. If they're not used to being psychic, not used to having a strong intuition, they could literally just be like, I'm insane. I have feelings for someone that's never going to want to be with me. You know, like they could literally be telling themselves that. But they're still coming forward to express this. And we're going to go on to clarify this Ten of Swords. There could have been a painful ending that took place between the two of you. That they did not want this to end. But it felt like it had to, or maybe something had to end in order for this connection to come together. Either way, this person's been through a lot of pain. So if they left a toxic person in their life behind so they can come towards you, that could be a possibility. Or maybe it was just really painful between the two of you, how it ended before. If it did end at one point, or could have been a false start, you know? Okay, let's go and clarify that Ten of Swords. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do we have for that Ten of Swords? As to who's in their feelings over the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. With that Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. I'm also going to be taking the fact that I said something, what was it? I think I said something like, oh, maybe this is the only person that's in their feelings over you. Or the only one that's showing up in this reading. Because there wasn't anything coming out of the deck for a little bit. And because of that, that felt significant. So I think that this is all about the same person. Obviously, apply it best as it suits your situation. It might fit different people differently, you know? So clarifying that Ten of Swords, we have the Seven of Swords, King of Cups, Nine of Swords, and then bottom of the deck is the Moon card. They've been hiding this, which also is another, Seven of Swords is also about hiding something. You could have definitely got like sketchy energy feels from this person, potentially. Just making sure the tide's not rising up on my backside or anything. But Seven of Swords, I feel like you got a bad taste in your mouth over this person. I feel like I said that in a different reading as well. Could be the same person. You thought they were being sneaky. You thought they were being suspicious. And maybe that's why you put an end to this. Now, I don't know. It feels like maybe they tried to put you into a third party situation, making you the third party. But they obviously felt really bad about doing that to you. But I'm almost even getting, maybe it wasn't even that. Maybe it was just like they acted like they were interested in you, but you later found out that they were taken or in a relationship or something, and you're like, okay, so what was that whole thing, you know? You could have been really confused because it's like, what is this person up to? Are they trying to make me the third party in a situation? Are they just trying to flirt for flirtation's sake? I don't know. It feels like you were very confused, but you did not trust this person. And I feel like that's very important to you when it comes to connections. You need to trust the other person, which I think we all need to, right? That's so important in a relationship, right? But with the King of Cups, that feels like devotion. Like, this is somebody that had incredibly deep feelings for you that feel consistent. Like, throughout this whole process, their feelings never wavered, never went away. Maybe they even got stronger, especially once you left the picture. It's like they can't ignore these feelings anymore. Like, it's so obvious. They can't avoid them. So it feels like they felt really bad about being suspicious in your eyes or doing something sketchy, but all the while they were secretly devoted to you. I'm not sure how to feel about that, because if they had like a partner that wasn't who they felt devoted to, that might have been, maybe that was a Seven of Swords sort of energy. It's like, that's kind of scummy, you know? But also, I don't know. I don't want to be too judgmental in either direction, because there's so many different things that could play a part. So like, maybe that ex was very abusive or toxic or something and had a tight grip over this person, and they felt like they couldn't safely leave that relationship. That's a possibility. Another one is maybe they were very much conflicted, because maybe they did have feelings for that other partner, but maybe they outgrew each other. Maybe, I don't know. It might have been a complicated situation at home or something. And then they also gained those feelings for you. Maybe they didn't want to at first. They could have also been trying to deceive themselves when it came to those feelings, because they were so deep. But yeah, they've spent long nights awake thinking about this, torturing themselves, probably feeling really guilty, really ashamed for how things went. A lot of anxiety, nightmares. Like, waking up in a cold sweat thinking about you would definitely be a thing. So it's like, I think they're going to tell you about this. This could be an apology of like, sorry I was being like that in the past. My feelings have always been incredibly deep when it comes to you. And I've been thinking about this a lot, and I feel bad / I can't hold back these feelings any longer. I need to express to you how important you are to me, regardless of whether you want to be with this person or not. It feels like they're going to do it anyways, because it's like they feel like they need to at this point. Like, it's suffocating them, kind of, the secret of feelings, potentially. And then the moon, this is somebody that has been keeping this secret. These feelings, these overthinking episodes when it comes to you. They could have also been really afraid. Oh, okay. So this could also be somebody that's a creature of habit. So somebody that stays committed to their commitments regardless of how they feel about that person or commitment. And so, because you were the unknown, they could have been very, very terrified about that, very scared. They've never been down that path before, so what is it going to look like? And that sketched them out, probably made them turn the other way run in the opposite direction of where their heart was leading them, because they were afraid of change, afraid of something different, something new. It feels like they were slumbering. They were not really living their life. They were like slumbering through life. And they maybe didn't even realize that they were doing that until they met you. You woke this person up in some way. Ignited something within them. They could say all of this in a conversation with you. Yeah. So their feelings here are anxiety, fear, overthinking, feeling incredibly deep feelings of love or interest romantically. Let's see what's underneath the moon card. The Hermit. So these fears led them to do that internal work, because they want to overcome those fears so that they can do this new beginning with you. Yeah, it's like they knew that their fears were holding them back, and so now they want to face those fears, and maybe they have with the Hermit. They've done that inner reflection, and now things are clear, and they may not be feeling this fear anymore. Out of curiosity, I want to see what's underneath the Hermit. 10 of Swords. So yes, painful ending. So honestly, it could have been the ending between the two of you that triggered this person into doing that internal work, that reflection, that necessary change behind the scenes. Because it's like the pain they felt losing you is something they never want to feel again. I'm getting actually really emotional tapping into this person's energy. I feel like almost crying. And I'm in a good mood today. Like, it's just such despair, hopelessness, because they messed something up, or they felt they messed something up here. So it definitely feels like they want to make amends, and they want to share their side of things, I think. With the World card, they could be wanting to complete that past cycle of maybe things being weird or not going well, and open up a new one in which you can maybe start fresh, build something from the ground up, start anew together. Let's see what's underneath that World card. Making sure I'm only getting one. Queen of Swords. They could see you as somebody that's a little bit on their guard. I think they see you as somebody that does have those emotions still. You're somebody that they see as like probably kind, generous maybe, but you have a guard up around this person and they know that. But it's like they want to show you that it's okay to put your guard down. And so they're coming in that good energy that will actually be reassuring. They're probably going to also have to show you actions in order to change your mind. They probably will have to build up your trust if they felt like they messed that up in the past. Definitely. Like, they know that it's going to take work for you to trust them, to believe what they're saying, to potentially pursue this. But they know that it's going to take work, but they're so willing to meet you there and do that work. Whatever it takes is what I'm getting. Okay, let's break out the Oracle, see what it has to say. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else we got for this reading? This beautiful reading for the collective. For this person that has feelings. I'm just going to take what came out just because it's, a quickie. I want to keep it quick. Okay. Oh, got to reposition now. Big's falling asleep. So we have clarity of belief and just breathe. This person is finally trusting that they are good enough for you. Or not even just like, they may not know they're good enough for you, but it's like they're trusting that even if they feel insecure, that there's a possibility that they stand a chance still potentially. Maybe you expressed feelings to this person in the past and they didn't reciprocate or they couldn't. And that butterfly speaks to change, transformation. They could have seriously gone through a major transformation on their end in order to be in a good spot for you. The just breathe, that feels like coping skills. If this person has struggled with mental health at all, they either could be seeing a therapist, a psychiatrist, somebody that can help them learn healthy coping skills. They could have also just been doing that on their own, like trying, like maybe researching healthy coping skills. They may have had very unhealthy coping skills in the past with the devil card that we saw earlier. But it's like they're leaving that behind. They want to become a better person for you. And that also includes being stable mentally, health-wise, it feels like. And then, bottom of the deck, moving on. Yes, this is representing the Eight of Cups. So, you left this person behind, and that is devastating to this person. It's like that's all they can think about. Night and day is like, I let this beautiful person slip through my fingers. I let this magical connection that I may never ever experience ever again in my life. I just let them walk away. And that could have caused a lot of shame, guilt, pain. I'm curious what's underneath that. Seek. That is the Hermit, actually, I'm pretty sure. So they have been doing that inner work of inner reflection, seeking the answers within. Just out of curiosity. Opportunity beckons. It's like they know there's something more. And what's more is you. They have been limiting themselves for so long. It's like they're finally realizing that their life can actually get better. Maybe they didn't think that it could before. But it feels like you have given them hope. You have sparked maybe their inspiration, their motivation. Because it's like things that they never thought were possible for them before suddenly are becoming possible. They could definitely speak to you about how you have helped them transform or change or grow. And I think that may surprise you because I don't think you directly contributed to that. I don't think you're like, hey, do this and this and this. But rather just being in your energy, being around you, feeling these feelings, experiencing maybe this magical connection. And so, I forgot my point there. Yeah. That it was like very significant. And it changed them. Yeah, like not directly, I don't think you directly gave this person advice or anything. But simply being in their life has improved things for them substantially. And at the very least, they probably want to thank you for that. Because regardless of if you two end up together or not, this person is setting themselves up for a much healthier future for themselves. I literally do feel like they had two paths, and the path they were heading down before was a bad one. But it's like you somehow directed them onto this higher vibration path. Maybe a path to enlightenment, a path to self-improvement. You led them to that path. And so regardless of if this works out between the two of you in a relationship or not, I feel like they just really want to express that and express their gratitude. Wow. I think that's a beautiful reading. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it resonated. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. If you like my readings and you'd like to see more, be sure to click the bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you next time that I upload. Thank you so much for being here. I'm truly grateful for you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.